1990 Australian Touring Car Championship. The 1990 Australian Touring Car Championship was a CAMS-sanctioned Australian motor racing title open to Group 3 touring cars. The championship, which was the 31st Australian Touring Car Championship, was promoted as the Shell Ultra Australian Touring Car Championship. It began on 25 February 1990 at Amaroo Park and ended on 15 July at Oran Park Raceway after 8 rounds. The title was won by Jim Richards, his third Australian Touring Car Championship victory. Richards drove for Nissan Motorsport Australia, utilising both Nissan Skyline HR31 GTS-R and the new Skyline R32 GT-R during one of the most competitive seasons in the history of the championship. Teams and drivers. The following drivers and teams competed in the 1990 Australian Touring Car Championship. Season review. The opening 3 rounds of the championship continued the story of the previous 2 seasons with the Ford Sierra RS 500s of Dick Johnson racing teammates Dick Johnson, winner of Symmons Plains and Phillip Island, and John Bowe dominating podiums, with only the tight nature of the Amaroo Park layout giving another driver a look in, namely the Nissan Skyline of Jim Richards, who held off Bowe in a race-long duel to win the season's opening round. Another tight track at Winton Motor Raceway gave Richards his second victory of the year, with teammates Tony Longhurst and Alan Jones putting their Benson and Hedges Sierras ahead of the DJR pair onto the podium. The Longhurst Sierras were generally acknowledged as most powerful of the Blue Oval's cars at some 590 bhp, 440 kW, 598 PS, though the extra power usually hurt the Sierra's skinny rear tires, and as team manager Frank Gardner put it, Lakeside Raceway saw a complete upset with veteran Colin Bond, winning his first ACT race since 1978. Englishman Percy, a former 3-time British touring car champion, had taken over the role of team manager and lead driver of the HRT in 1990 and was contesting his first ACT. Colin Bond made it 2 in a row at Malala after Mark Skaife's spectacular debut of Nissan's new 640 bhp, 477 kW, 649 PS, 4WD, twin-turbo Skyline R32 GT-R, which was nicknamed Godzilla, ended with a broken hub after storming to the lead in the early laps. As at Lakeside, Bond's steady, though unspectacular race pace paid off, and as others fell away, his Caltex Sierra emerged in front. Peter Brock broke through for his first victory of the year at Wanneroo despite driving with falling turbo boost pressure for the last half of the race, which actually helped minimize his tire wear, while a broken axle to Johnson at Wanneroo saw his points lead surrendered to Richards, who finished 4th in his first race of the new GT-R. Ahead of the Oran Park Raceway Grand Finale, Richards held a 3-point lead over 2-time defending champion Johnson, with Bond and Brock still a chance being 11 and 12 points behind respectively. Bowe, winless despite his form, was too far behind even if he won, and all other contenders retired. Richards, again in the GT-R, dominated Oran Park, making the points calculations irrelevant. Second place allowed Brock to slip past Johnson and Bond into the series runners-up position. After a poor start by Brock, who proved to be the only Sierra driver capable of matching Richards in the Nissan, though his fastest lap time proved to be almost 2 seconds slower than the Nissan, Richards drove away from the field. Behind Bowe, Longhurst was 6th after an inconsistent season, ahead of Glenn Seton's improving Sierra. Percy was the best of the Holdens in 8th ahead of Alan Jones and Greg Hansford, who only had a partial season in Alan Moffat's Eggenberger Motorsport-built Sierra. For the first time since the Act changed from a single race to a series of races in 1969, the Act did not appear in Melbourne, with neither Sandown or Calder hosting a round. The Phillip Island Circuit, revived in 1989 for the Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix, which was a round of the 1989 Grand Prix Motorcycle World Championship, held its first AT race since 1977. Results and standings. Race results. The 1990 Australian Touring Car Championship consisted of 8 rounds with 1 race per round. Each race was slightly under 1 hour in duration. Championship standings. Points were awarded on a 2015 12-10-8-6-4-3-2-1 basis for the first 10 outright positions in each race. The best 7 race results counted for each driver's total.